Yo, what's up, everyone? Happy Tuesday. Thank you guys for joining me for another broadcast here on 412 Productions, especially those of you here live for the pre-show, hanging out for our roll call. Jump in the chat wherever you're watching so I can say hello to as many of you as possible, and then we'll get this show underway in about 5 minutes at the top of the 4 o'clock hour. You guys know the drill. We do it every day here. QOI's over on D Live. Good to see you guys over there in the mosh pit. We're on Rumble as well. I see Bales checking in with our super mod, Joe Elaine. What's up, guys? Good to see you. Hit that thumbs up button over on Rumble if you haven't already done so. Shout out to all of you guys, of course, watching on pilled.net, the exclusive home for hour number 2 of today's broadcast, and every broadcast here on 412 Productions. So if you haven't checked out pilled.net, I highly recommend you get over there. If you're over there, hit that red pill button and repost the show for us. Share the link, even more importantly. Lightspear Lance was in there first today, followed by our good friend Floyd Due Diligence. HL Paco, great to see you. Delia checking in from Arizona. What's up, Delia? We got Joe Elaine, of course, doing her mod thing, keeping things oh so comfy in the comfy bunker. Patriots 714. Great to see you, my friend. Floyd kicking us off with the gold pills, a 4-pound super stuffed soft taco Tuesday cookie. Fantastic. That sounds amazing. Good to see you, Packers 412. I hope you and Jenny are having a wonderful day so far. We got R. Harrell out there. Great to see you, R. Harrell. And Space Cookie. What's up, Space Cookie? Hope all is well. Barb Robbins in the house. Great to see you. There's Maven rocking the Pilled Promos account. We love you, Maven. Good to see you out there. 2A Freedom Rider repping the 412. Let's go, 2A. Hope you're having an awesome Tuesday, my friend. And we got Tweety52 stopping by. Good afternoon, Mr. Gerardo. Hope you're having a good day as well. We got Cali Patriot 14 and Snow Bunny 68. Great to see you. Awake Russell. How you doing, Russell? Trick Pony in the house. Cali Patriot 14 popping by. Cynthia, good to see you. Sig your Dragon Slayer, welcome. D Richard says just made it again today. Thanks for doing what you do, Adel. I appreciate yeah, well, I appreciate you, D Richard. Thanks for being part of the show today. Val Howe, welcome. Good to see you, my friend. Viking Man 1996. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Fazic, Range Pony. Hey, there's Roy Stones and Bones over on the West Coast. Great to see Laura Y repping the 412. Let's go, Laura. Sergeant Sparky out there. You saw it here. Another Western PA Patriot. Let's go. You saw it here. How are you today? 2A with some shades. Just went skydiving in Grove City Saturday. I highly recommend it. Oh man, that's cool. That's something I've always wanted to try, but I've never done. And I hope that was awesome. I heard Grove City is a good place for it. Mad Joker, how are you? Good to see you. Dave 75 out there as well. Let's see. Bella 214, great to see you. And Trick Pony in the house. What's up, Trick? Good to see you as well. Bitter Midget, Q Hio 17. Welcome, you guys. DCM 17 in the house. A Desert Rat. CB Joey checking in from Florida. What's up, Joey? How you been, man? Great to see you. Dread Quarters. What's up, Dread Quarters? Welcome, welcome. Silbor, Powdered Sugar popping by over on D Live. I see the Gray Man in the house. What's up, Gray Man? Good to see you. And let's see, where we go one, we go all. GTG out there. Gnarly News. Iowa Farming Girl in PA. All right. Steve Areno, 25,500. Good to see you as well. Shout out to all you guys watching across the interwebs. Wherever you're watching, please share the link. If there's a like or thumbs up button, make sure you hit that. To all our friends on pill.net, again, make sure you smash that red pill button and repost the show. Share that link. Patriot Drummer, what's going on, Drummer? How you doing today, buddy? Hope you're having an awesome Tuesday. Jeff Den checking in from north of the border up in Canada. Shout out to all of our Canadian friends popping by. I know we have quite a few of you out there that like to tune in and listen to our little broadcast here on our side of the border. Welcome, everybody. Thank you again for being here for our Tuesday show. Looking forward to kicking some things around with you. It's kind of a slower news day today, but I'm sure we'll get into plenty of things to talk about. Obviously, some big stories breaking um, with Julian Assange and whatnot. We'll definitely get into that. Hey, what's up, Don Ritchie? Dom, good to see you. Target driver in the house. What's up, guys? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. What's up, Mix Picks? How are you? Welcome. Hey, always in Texas out there too. All right. Well, it's 4 o'clock. We've hit the top of the 4 o'clock hour. So let's get this party officially started. Wisconsin on Crockett Man 62. Welcome, you guys. Hope you're having an awesome Tuesday. We'll be right back.
We will make America strong again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Y'all for tuning in, Patriots United, doing what we gotta do to win. Be addicted, the MS7, now we're moving in. And once we take over, we won't ever move again. Where we go on, we go all, I say it with pride. No, we won't run, we won't fall, we're right by your side. The demons have taken hold, but none of us will abide. Stand strong and stand bold, that's how we'll survive. 412 is the production, Monday through Friday, deplorable discussions. We're making it hard for the deep state to function. Every time they switch up the narrative, we debunk it. Adult Nero is the power that's controlling the plight. With all the patriots behind them, cause we're all in this fight. So many rhyme for so long, but we're giving them sight. Trapped in the world of darkness, but we're bringing them light. You may even find yourself in a different life. A lot of us have, and honestly, that's perfectly fine. Because exactly where you are at this moment in life is where you're supposed to be at this moment in time. It's all by design, the patriots are holding the line. They must have lost theirs, thinking they're controlling our minds. So many trapped in mental prisons don't know they're confined. They're just slaves in the system till the roles are assigned. That's sad, the good news is that we're waking them up. They have monopolies on minds, but we're breaking them up. Everything you thought was news, they were making it up. When we ascend, all the tyrants won't be making the cut. Let them all burn in the hellscape they create. We the people already mapped out our escape. We hold each other by the hand as we all elevate and go to a different place. They can never get chased. When I look into the future, I can see that it's bright. When this history is written, they will see that we're right. We formed our own community and the circle is tight. But I expand the circle with every word that I write. The pen is sharper than the sword when you wield it with might. Why do you think they try to kick us off all the sights? These people hate America, punish us out of spite. We are the beacons of hope in the darkness of night. So let's go, strap in, yeah, get ready for the ride. Watch the water, we're witnessing the turning of the tide. Feel the passion and the fire that you got burning inside. Take the narrative they're feeding you and turn it to the side. We're alerted to the lies, replacing with the truth. We know the plan they devised, they're invading the youth. Now we're only sending vibes, just start raising our boots. These demons all weaponized. Now we're raising our troops, now we're raising the roof and sounding the alarm. Remember that it's always darkest before the dawn. Life is a game of chess, they want to use you as a pawn. You're only useful until you're not useful, then you're gone. But not us, we're on the right team where we belong. Everybody is invited, so come follow along. We refuse to say things are right, knowing they're wrong. Adult Nero, take the mic and take flight, cause it's on.
And now, straight from the Steel City, it's your host, 412 Adult Nero.
All right, let's get this Tuesday going. What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a wonderful afternoon. Thank you guys for joining us for another installment of Deplorable Discussions. My name is Adult Nero. It is June 25th, 2024. I cannot believe how fast June has flown by. Somebody put the brakes on this summer, please. But it's great to be with my OG crew, Tennessee Homesteader and Drunk Pinata, for another broadcast here today. They'll be riding shotgun with me for the next couple of hours. TN Homesteader, how you doing, man? How's your Tuesday going?
Another couple hours chock full of opinion.
That's what the people come for.
Yep. And as the saying goes on, what was it? great the Great Alaskan Railroad. There used to be a series about the Alaska Railroad, but more importantly, it was about the people who lived off the railroad, right? Off grid, the railroad, and it's kind of funny because this one guy that happened to shoot his finger off or fingers off of his hand because he grabbed a shotgun on the wrong end. He tells a story. He says his line was, "Everybody has like an opinion, like an asshole. Everybody has an opinion. Like an asshole, everybody has one, except mine doesn't stink." That was his line. Take it from a guy that shot his hand off.
I've heard that saying before. It's pretty funny stuff.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Good to see you, Tien, as always. Glad you're here.
Since I use Diamond soaps, mine doesn't stink at all.
I love
Once a month, that is, of course. Follow that, Pinata.
The show's over, guys. We're just gonna let that linger. Drunk Pinata, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. How is thinking logically today?
Pretty good. We had a moment I'm going to share with you guys that why ruin it by giving it away? I'll let you guys have the fun. Oh, right.
He says, "Well, I have some news for Lindsey Graham. The facts just so happen to be a mismatch with your feelings." You know, he's right about something. Most Americans do believe that crime is up. It's a strange phenomenon. Most Americans believe that crime is on the rise, when in reality, crime is actually falling at dramatic rates and has been falling for decades, frankly. But after the crime surge of 2020, under Trump's presidency, there were some other things going on, but we'll go ahead and give him credit where credit is due. That was under Trump. Crime was on the rise.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. He did just blame the Black Lives Matter rioting and the uptick in crime on Trump.
The $2 billion worth of damage on Washington, D.C., that was Trump's fault.
Yep. And I bet you guys can already know what he's going to cite is the reasoning why crime is down.
Because he's white.
No. What would he cite as a source for crime being down?
Oh, Biden.
The FBI statistics.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
that's their all go to for the MSM or any of these people that try to combat that narrative that's real, because people are feeling it. It's the same thing with the economy. People feel that even though stock market might be high, that doesn't impact them in their daily lives, and so they're not feeling it. So it's the same thing here. The statistics say this, but we understand that they're fundamentally flawed because of the reporting that has gone down by a large margin of what's being reported. So of course they're going to go down.
MSNBC say that it's just the electorate's too stubborn to realize that the economy is good or that life is better. It's just
crime is down.
They're just too stubborn to realize that crime is down.
Tell that to the people shopping at Kmart, Target. Sorry, in San Francisco. Everything. Have you seen that video? Everything is under lock and key behind glass doors.
Yeah,
we looked at it.
Yeah, we watched it on the show.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did. And the robberies at the one interesting thing at Miracle Mile in Chicago, what I was thinking is I wonder if they continued what they were doing in 2020, which was counting the violence inside prisons as hate crimes.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure there's some of that too.
No, but I'm saying now if they're still doing that.
That's what I'm saying.
To drive the numbers down, that's what I'm saying, right? Because they were doing that during Trump.
Yeah.
Thing that favors them and makes Trump look bad. So I don't put it past anything. So the other thing I want to share with you guys. So there was this totally organic Trump supporter that that decided, oh, we're not MAGA, we're not Democrats, we're classic Republicans, and many of us are voting for against Trump. MAGA is a dumpster fire, they say, and then he goes on to cite the fact that his wife is. My guess is that this is the same situation I was in, except this guy cucked. Um, so we're Alabama Republicans for Nikki Haley. No, you're not. You're Democrats. Let's just be honest. And so I saw this guy and I go, wait a minute. I heard this exact same story before, including the exact same setup about this whole thing about steel tariffs and this thing coming. I'm like, why am I thinking of that? Oh yeah, because this guy is a recycled person from about a month and a half ago when he did the same thing, and he went on David Pakman's show, or the last time he kind of came out as a now non-Trump supporter, and so now they're trying to put this guy as like we're everywhere, but you had to recycle the same person in 2 months.
You have to use crisis
Like
factor. You have to
that
use
was the 2020 DNC. Remember
Yeah.
the grid of Zoom calls? They were repeated ones.
They literally have crisis actors
Yep.
now playing the role of like disappointed Republicans. It's like the same thing where they have the same crying, woman at 12 different mass shootings on CNN. It's the same thing with this. It's a level of desperation that is astounding, honestly. Like how deep they're searching to find some kind of content to convince people that they shouldn't be supporting Donald Trump, or trying to turn Republicans against Donald Trump. That's pretty amazing.
The interesting part is how do they go about repeating like this? Because Pinata is not the only one that watches them. And I'm not minimizing Pinata's show at all. I'm just saying that it's like they're busted immediately.
Pinata, are you the only one watching them? I'm starting to think you might.
No, the Midas Touch, unfortunately, is like they get like their subscribers are probably in the 1 to 2 million range, and they get consistent like 500,000 views, meaning that's a very healthy, especially on YouTube, because there's people like the Young Turks, they have 5 million followers, they can't even get 5,000 people on a live feed. You know what I mean? So like there are some unhealthy channels that have large followings, but those in particular, they're doing unfortunately doing well. Here is the other narrative from today. So this guy comes on to talk about the boxes, and so when you see it, it's exactly what Trump said. It is stuff that's intermingled with Christmas ornaments, golf shirts, and other things he's going through. So when you have the supposed probable cause being more boxes going out on a camera feed than coming back in, well, that's because they took out the stuff here. So the whole contention of everything that they've been saying so far in the media is that every single one of these boxes that's chock full to the brim. As a matter of fact, the boxes are falling apart at the seams from being mishandled poorly in a very humid and hot environment, such that the glue is coming undone, and the boxes and the rows are falling over on themselves and spilling the classified secrets of our nuclear secrets of our neighbors or friendly countries on the floor. Can you believe the amount of lack of respect that Trump has for the nuclear secrets, Adel? And I'm talking about that kind of rhetoric they kept going over and over and over.
Yeah, and the projection. I mean, you literally had Joe Biden with
Yes.
documents on the floor of his garage next to his house that his crackhead son, who's working with Chinese spies or whatever, is living there. And then they come with this. I mean, it's just straight up pure 100% projection. Like it's so in your face.
But the point being is that they've made it seem as though every single box is chock full of classified documents, right?
Mhm.
And so they're about to make the argument that somehow this undercuts Trump's arguments about that they're not everything had these documents in it, that we're going through them. So this is just completely the wrong take, because these people are stupid.
Confidential polo shirt.
Yeah, yep. It's a unreleased Ralph Lauren shirt, so
Yeah, I guess so.
Classified.
If you look closely at that tag, there's nuclear codes and secrets written on that
Yeah,
line.
it says especially you need to know, do not iron. That's very important. cold temperature wash only.
It's
Run on the delicate cycle.
Yeah. It can't be confidential. It's missing the 47.
Wait, listen to this argument. This is a horrible take.
Escalating.
I mean, I feel like I packed up my college dorm room after freshman year a little bit more cleanly than this. But
You're referring him to him packing up the Oval with all this stuff.
Yeah, look, I think one of the things that we're seeing here is that Jack Smith and his team very carefully documented every part of this. And they did it in a way knowing that they would get these kinds of motions and arguments from the Trump team. And now as the Trump team is making them, they've got new photos, they've got new bits of it. They have more information than they put out initially to undercut this. And I think that part of the lesson here would seem to be for Trump's team, as you go forward and make these motions, they might have more things that will undercut it because they clearly thought this through.
Yeah. Megan.
Wait,
they thought it through.
Wait, hold on. Isn't that a violation of
Brady law?
Yes, because if they're coming out with these new photos and they were prepared for these type of arguments, then they didn't disclose all the evidence.
No, I think what they're saying is that they're releasing. He says new photos, but he means that they're photos, but they're being newly released, unredacted.
Right, but does that mean that Trump doesn't have them?
No, I don't. I think they have them.
Well, then
the defense team has them. It's fine, but I think they're talking about public disclosure.
Yeah, they're talking about
if that's what they're talking about, that's great.
Wait a minute.
You didn't make it sound. You didn't say that.
Hold on. Is it a prosecutor's job to be strategically releasing things to the public?
No.
Like a narrative battle on behalf of the administration.
Not if it's a real investigation or a real case.
So wait a minute. What law, like, are they breaking laws by doing that, or is it just unethical, immoral, without being necessarily illegal? Because that's
entirely political.
It's the latter.
If they are selectively leaking to the media piece by piece, playing this tit for tat, drip, 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 game to fight and win a public relations battle against the Trump administration or the Trump campaign as prosecutors, that's
biasing the jury.
Yeah, that's fucking insane. Like, that alone should be a mistrial, case dismissed with prejudice. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a law guy, but that seems so blatantly over the top political.
Well, they've normalized it in since Trump's been president. They've normalized this process of leaking this kind of things with these investigations. I mean, it started with Mueller.
Yeah,
they would selectively leak stuff, and then they continued on into the legal realm.
But this is interesting. Wait,
court.
Wait, hold on.
Now it's in court.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hold on. The Mueller thing was okay, whatever, and I agree. It was dirty, it was nasty, but there was never anything charged. Like, there was never anything charged. There was never an indictment. Trump was never arrested and processed. There was none of that.
Right. I just mean it's the same playbook as far as an investigation with selective leaking for political purposes.
And this isn't an investigation where it's the prosecution. There's a big difference.
Yes.
Right? Like, so, like, I get it with the investigation, and I don't agree with it, but you're essentially, doing this,
building your case
without actually firing a bullet, right?
Right.
They've now taken shots. Like, they have indicted this man. They are trying to put him in jail. So it's no longer just like this investigation to harass and smear him. This is now an attempt to remove him from, like, polite society, to take away his freedom, to throw him in a cage and lock him away. It's gone up a step. I feel like once you actually indict the man, you stop playing these games and you allow the process, his due process to play out. You go through the legal process,
right?
And this is a whole different level than the Mueller report,
right? Well, this is also why there's actually no case. It's all political and it's all theater as far as these charges. Is that in a legitimate investigation, you do not leak this stuff, because this for the exact reasons you said, it prejudices the jury. It's a slam dunk for appeal.
Yeah,
and now they're doing it with Cannon, because this is Cannon's case.
Yeah,
they picked the wrong puppy to do this with.
Well, I think that's probably why they're doing it with this one specifically, is they know that it's not like Cannon's not going to allow the same kind of crap that like a Juan Merchan is going to allow in his courtroom, and they know that this case is likely going to be dismissed or largely impeded in some way by Judge Cannon, because Cannon's not going to allow them to play these games. So they're doing this stuff to get whatever value they can out of what they've already done. They're not going to get a conviction in this one. They're likely not even ever get at the trial. So they I guess the way they see it is we might as well try to use what we can to get whatever kind of narrative wins along the way before this blows up in our face.
No, absolutely. That's 100% what they've been doing.
That's a pretty interesting and dangerous game, considering that the blowback when the case gets tossed out, all their machinations would just be seen as that.
I think they're counting on people. First of all, the first impression and seeing the imagery of the messy boxes and the splayed out documents and everything, leaving an impact on people's minds. And then, as it gets dismissed, running to it's a Trump appointed judge, and she's just doing the bidding of the Trump campaign, and any other judge would have done differently and blah, blah. We got the short end as far as of the stick, as far as the prosecution goes with this judge, and playing that angle up pretty hard. So I think they're really going heavy on this bullshit now. Knowing that they're going to basically just make this, Judge Cannon helping out Donald Trump because he appointed her will be the narrative after that. And they're hoping that the imagery of all this stuff will remain heavy in the consciousness of the people that really don't understand.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Mueller. They prejudice everyone with Putin's puppet, and then doesn't matter what Mueller said at the end. And then they say, well, he still showed there was collusion, or there still was, or he got away with it because of Barr. They make up whatever case whatever excuse they need. But the point is that it's a matter of first impression. As long as the same thing with the felon talk, with him being branded that with this cases, that's all they wanted. They don't even bring up that it was business anymore. They just say these felony counts, that they have been very as far as how they described it before and then now, they don't even say what type of charge it was. I mean besides felony, that's it. They don't say what it was for. They never reference it anymore because they never wanted that. They wanted just the label.
Yeah. Wow.
It's still a pretty dangerous political game to play.
I agree. It's a dangerous political game to play. But they only have so many pages in their playbook, and this is how they deploy it. So
they're not used to losing.
No, but the landscape is changing.
Yeah, that's why I say that, because of the reaction so far has been completely the antithesis of their actions. Trump hasn't done anything, and his numbers go up like crazy. They're spending all the bullets. Trump is sitting there with a shield taking it, or not even with a shield, mainly with sandbags receiving the rounds and catching them, and his numbers go up.
It's funny, on Bannon's cold open today, I was watching the very first segment before I had to walk out the door and take care of some things. They played a clip of Joy Reid's show, and she had some guy on, and they were talking and opining about why Trump's doing so well despite all this stuff. And the guy just basically said, people aren't reading their local newspapers anymore. They're not watching broadcast news on I'm paraphrasing, but he's like, they're not watching they're not watching MSNBC. He said it right too, Joy Reid. They're not watching CNN. They're not watching even NBC Nightly News or any broadcast media. They find their way to the OANs and the Newsmaxes of the world. They watch Bannon's War Room. They're finding people that they resonate more with, and they're getting these alternate facts. They're no longer being exposed to what our reality, or basically, is what he said. And that's why we're not having the effect, is people have found other infrastructure beyond what the establishment has had to offer. Now, again, I'm paraphrasing. I can't pull up the clip because I don't.
Yeah, no, but the point was made. They're saying they're not watching you; they're watching somebody else.
Yeah, they're like straight up saying that on MSNBC, and it's funny because it's like you can see that they get it, but they don't get it.
They're in denial.
Yeah, the back and forth, like was pretty interesting.
Remember when we were quoting the number some time ago, and it was like I kept saying, where are these people getting their info? Right, rhetorically, in the sense that they're not watching the mainstream media anymore because of how many people are coming up with stuff that is old hat to us, so to speak, right? Old knowledge, and they're being exposed to, or it's surfacing in their world now, and it's like, so who, and here this guy's, they're watching alternate media, whomever it may be, or the cumulative effect of the alternate media, because not just one. And then they're talking social media.
Yep. All right, it's 4:25. We should take care of our sponsor today.
I was wondering if you were going to. Yeah.
Oh,
no, that's cool. Let's go.
Yeah, let's take care of our sponsor, and then we'll get into a bunch of stuff. We got to talk about Julian Assange, obviously, and all that. Plus, we got some funny videos I want to play, and we'll see what we all get into. I've got all kind of stuff. It's all over the place. Pinata, if you've got more that you want to share, love to work that in as well. Tiana, if there's anything you want to bring up today, please feel free.
Okay.
Beyond Assange, I don't really care where we go. I do want to talk about that though. All right, but our sponsor. Our one and only sponsor on this show right now is Earth Garden Botanicals. Love this company, love Jolene, love the products, and I know you guys do too, and for good reason. They're extremely high quality and just fantastic. Products like the white pine needle extract and the sunshine and pine needle tea, really good for detoxing the body. Pretty much the same product in two different forms. If you like sipping on tea, I recommend the sunshine and pine needle tea. You just want a direct hit of the concentrate version, get the tincture here, the white pine needle extract tincture, and just drop some on your tongue or put some in whatever beverage you prefer. Check out the CBD products as well. You got your CBD oil tinctures, CBD R&R Delta 8 nighttime gummies, CBD oil for pets, your arnica salve, the topical cream for your sore joints and muscles that comes with or without CBD infused. All the CBD ingredients are locally and organically grown on small Montana farms, making them pure, potent, and just fantastic quality. Great value too because of the local nature of the product. I mentioned the sunshine and pine needle tea. There's elderberry tea, golden potion tea, and serenity as well. All delicious, all do a little something different. So again, you tea drinkers out there, check out the website. And the critter juice, the all natural insect repellent, a game changer for me personally, keeping mosquitoes and insects off me all summer long. It smells good. It doesn't feel oily and gross on your skin. Most importantly, it's incredibly effective of keeping the mosquitoes away. I don't think I've been bit once this entire summer when I'm wearing this stuff, which is incredible because if you've ever been around me prior to being introduced to this critter juice, you'll know that I just get destroyed, absolutely destroyed by mosquitoes. So I can't recommend the critter juice, Happy Trails, all natural insect repellent enough. You get 10% off when you use promo code 412 at checkout. So go check out earthgardenbotanicals.com, load up your cart with all these amazing products. Use the promo code and please say hi to Jolene for us. She absolutely loves you guys. She loves this community and we're so proud to have her as a sponsor. That's earthgardenbotanicals.com. Say some thank yous here as well. Floyd, I read yours. Boys Blanc, thank you for the cookie. Delia says, I was thinking about that June ETA post, 11:95, way earlier in the morning before the Julian Assange plea deal announcement. Yeah, how about that? Again, another future proves past moment. We're going to get into Julian Assange in a little bit here. Thank you, Delia, for the cookie. Old Salty Dog, cheers. Thank you for the can. Tomcat, thank you for the cookie. PNW Sasquatch, cheers. Says, I can't wait for elections to be over. Enjoy the moment, my friend. We are living through historic times. Don't wish your life away. Don't wish these times away. I know it sucks living under the Biden regime, but appreciate what we're going through right now. Take it in. It's very, very interesting and something that will go down in history, I think, as an inflection point, a pivotal moment in this republic's history, one way or another. So I don't know. Like I said, just try to live in that moment and enjoy what you're seeing, or at least appreciate what you're seeing in some way. Sean Joe, thank you for the cookies. Braves Piano, thank you for the cookie. Paul Thaddeus, and then Sean Joe again. CK Whitehorse 180. due diligence. You guys all, thank you so much for the little mini cookie fight going on in the chat right now. So appreciate all the gold pill love to get us started. Keep them flowing. We'll keep reading them as we go. Share the link, hit that red pill button, repost the show, all that good stuff. Also, I want to show you guys a couple things that came in today. From Rise Attire, I got my beach towel, my 412 Productions beach towel. Super nice, high quality beach towel here. They got a ton of beach towel designs. Obviously, I went with the 412 Productions one. It's huge, as you can see. The printing looks awesome on it, and I can't wait to show this off at the pool. And they've got all kind of cool ones. I'm going to order some of the other designs they had too. I just want to check one of them out before going crazy. And I got to say, I'm very happy with the quality and the way it looks. Also, some new colors of the tank top available. I just got the yellow one in, so this is very cool. It looks great. Loving the yellow 412 tank top here. Just came in today as well. And then we've got the white one too. So some variation to some of the 412 gear available. We announced this on the store a while ago, but I finally got some in here, so I wanted to show you guys in person all that. So it's Rise Attire USA.com. Go to the signature series 412. Use promo code WTP Rise for 10% off your order. Load up, guys. They're an incredible company run by the best kind of people, and they just do everything the right way. Everything is made evil free. If you feel really, really good about spending your money with Rise Attire, and everything you buy, is just top quality. And again, when I say made evil free, it's what we mean, man. There's no exploitation or nonsense involved. They do such a fantastic job with their entire supply chain. So much love to the Rise Attire fam. And I look forward to grabbing a few other designs of the beach towels and some other things as well. All right, back to the conversation and whatnot. Let's play, before we get into some more of the serious stuff. Let's play some funny, uplifting things. We'll start with a little ad, a new product on the market. If you're having trouble sleeping, get some Bidenica.
If you're having trouble sleeping, ask your doctor about Bidenica, the sleep aid made from 100% Joe Biden press conference.
The best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway.
Bidenica has a patented blend of confusion and forgetfulness that will calm the most overactive brains.
COVID has taken this year, just since the outbreak, it's taken more than 100 years. Look, here's the lives. When you think about it.
When they sold out American jobs and killed the Keystone Pipeline, it kept me up all night worrying about how we pay our bills. But then I got Bidenica, and I've never slept better.
Sometimes when I get hopped up on sugar, my parents give me Bidenica so I pass out. Other times they give it to me during the day, probably so they can do the deed. Gross.
Warning. People who have used Bidenica have experienced rampant lying and an inability to secure the southern border. Others have hallucinated and fought breakfast cereals.
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
Ask your doctor if Bidenica is right for you.
I could use some Bidenica, to be honest. That helped me sleep at night. That's so funny. Absolutely hilarious.
Yep, indeed. I wonder if it comes in gummy form.
Oh no.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Well, in that age, doesn't everything come in gummy form? After you put it in your mouth.
Yeah.
They're gumming their food. I don't know. I thought that was going to land. I guess not.
Let's get into the big news, the big story that came through yesterday after we went off the air. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange reaches plea deal to avoid further prison time. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange has entered into an agreement with the U.S. Department of Justice in which he will plead guilty to a conspiracy charge, allowing him to avoid extradition to the United States and walk free in lieu of time already served behind bars, according to court documents. The plea agreement, filed at the U.S. District Court for the Northern Mariana Islands, a Commonwealth of the United States in the Western Pacific Ocean, indicates that Mr. Assange was charged with one count of conspiracy to obtain and disclose national defense information. A letter from a DOJ official to Judge Ramona V. Manglona of the U.S. District Court for the Northern Mariana Islands shows that Mr. Assange is set to make a court appearance in Saipan, the capital of the Northern Mariana Islands, on the morning of June 26. During that court appearance, Mr. Assange is expected to enter a guilty plea to the charge. DOJ official Matthew J. McKenzie, deputy chief of the Counterintelligence and Export Control Section of the Justice Department's National Security Division, wrote in a letter that Mr. Assange would be returned to his home country of Australia after entering the plea. Quote, we appreciate the court accommodating these plea and sentencing proceedings on a single day at the joint request of the parties in light of the defendant's opposition to traveling to the continental United States to enter his guilty plea in the proximity of this federal U.S. District Court to the defendant's country of citizenship, Australia, to which we expect he will return at the conclusion of the proceedings, Mr. McKenzie wrote. Under the terms of the plea deal, Mr. Assange will serve no additional time than the 62 months he's already served in a British prison. Before spending 5 years in prison, in the UK, Mr. Assange spent 7 years at the Ecuadorian embassy in London, where he was granted refuge until his asylum was revoked and he was carried out of the embassy and arrested. Mr. Assange has been fighting extradition to the United States for over 10 years. The charge Mr. Assange will plead guilty to relates to one of the largest leaks of classified information in U.S. history. He is accused of illegally helping U.S. Army analyst Bradley Manning obtain classified information before later disclosing the information on the WikiLeaks platform he founded. WikiLeaks published a trove of materials on the U.S. military and the Middle East, including a 2007 video showing a U.S. Apache helicopter mistakenly gunning down 2 Reuters employees and civilians in Iraq. The trove included the identities of human sources. Quote, Assange's actions risk serious harm to U.S. States' national security to the benefit of our adversaries and put the unredacted named human sources at a grave and imminent risk of serious physical harm and or arbitrary detention, the U.S. Department of Justice said in 2019 when announcing charges against Mr. Assange. Mr. Assange's supporters say he is an anti-establishment hero who has been victimized because he exposed wrongdoing within the U.S. government. Mr. Manning, who now goes by the name Chelsea, was sentenced to 35 years in prison after being convicted of numerous charges, including intentionally communicating national defense information that was acquired by accessing a U.S. government computer. Former President Barack Obama commuted the sentence in 2017, drawing criticism from Republicans. U.S. authorities have been trying for years to extradite Mr. Assange so he could be prosecuted in the United States. In April, President Joe Biden said he was mulling ending Mr. Assange's prosecution. Former President Donald Trump also made comments to the same effect in May. An independent candidate, Robert Kennedy, said he would pardon Mr. Assange if elected. While it's unclear what role the White House may have had in negotiating the plea agreement, Mr. Assange's expected guilty plea and subsequent return to his native Australia would bring his years-long legal odyssey to an end. And yes, Delia brought up post 1195, which said a June ETA for Mr. Assange. Future proves past again. Now we never know what year, when we hear these things from our favorite Anon on the boards, but you gotta just keep adding these up, right? As they continue to happen. This is pretty interesting stuff, and it brings into play all kind of stuff when you think about Seth Rich, the CrowdStrike,
which was on the same post.
Yeah, the CrowdStrike thing, and the true nature of where those who hacked the DNC servers, quote unquote, hacked the DNC servers. You think about the Pizzagate emails, all that stuff is tied in with Julian Assange at a time where you have this huge election coming up. I mean, this is quite a development. So I mean, we can go so many different ways with this, but I think the obvious question right now is timing. why would the Biden administration, the Biden DOJ, do this right now, knowing Julian Assange could have or could do massive damage to a lot of establishment narratives that have been leaning on? Some might say because, well, they're not really in control. Patriots are in control, and that's why this is happening right now. Others might say that this is because Donald Trump talked about pardoning Assange a few weeks before this, and maybe Joe Biden's trying to score those political points ahead of Donald Trump being able to. What do you guys make of the timing of this? Are you surprised that it's the Joe Biden Justice Department that has made this plea deal and essentially set Julian Assange free? And the risk to the entire situation being an election year, having this guy essentially being uncaged and able to speak out at any moment about the true nature of some of these major stories that we've been asking questions about going back to the 2016 election. I'm very curious as to your thoughts.
My initial read is that it's Trump wanted to do it, and he saw it a way to take away a talking point from Trump. Also, people on the left are very protective of Julian Assange, and so you have a lot of progressives. So he's lost a lot of people on that side with the Israel Gaza stuff. So that's like another win to kind of win those people over, in my opinion. So it's a political thing in two ways. It can take away from what Trump wanted to do as a talking point, and he can win back some of these progressives.
I'm wondering if there's an NDA involved, because if there is, Assange is a foreign national. If he discloses anything at this point in time, it would be election interference by a foreign national, regardless of what he discloses. Even if it's about Seth Rich and being the source for WikiLeaks, it still would be seen as a foreign.
And by extension, anybody who's perceived to be or have received information from Assange.
Yeah. So, and I'm thinking there's probably an NDA that goes along with that, with the plea deal. We haven't heard it. It's my guess, right? Because that's the risk.
Definitely know about, I'm guessing, right?
Right. That's why then that would be security against the timing to go along with what Pinata was saying. Because in order to gain political favors from this action, you have to mitigate the potential reaction if they know that the source from WikiLeaks was not the Russians.
Right.
Which we know, well, I shouldn't say we know it was the Russians. We were told it was Seth Rich, because in that very post that Adelia brings up, it starts off with Seth Rich in WikiLeaks. Then MS-13. Yeah, bring it up. You'll see.
Yeah, let's bring up that post, because I think that's important to look at right now. 1195, I believe it was.
I'm not really. I'm kind of spitballing. Considering what Julian Assange did to Hillary Clinton and the whole Seth Rich thing, if they actually were intending to swap out Biden, wouldn't this be like something that they could use to hang over Clinton if she, or someone else if they tried to run someone like that?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's a double whammy leak kind of thing.
Right. So I'm just saying, as far as why Biden themselves would do this, knowing it could hurt somebody, but maybe that somebody is Clinton again.
That's
just to make sure
plausible.
To make sure I fully understand, this could be Biden protecting himself from the Clinton and like from an internal attack from the rest of the Democrat Party,
or the Obama.
Oh yeah, I'm fully speculating.
Yeah, no, I know you are. I'm just trying to make sure I fully was interpreting correctly what you were speculating to.
Well, that to me in my book, I got to tell you that my book, that speculation has more merit than for political favors in the eyes of the electorate.
Because we know that Biden is not popular among Democrats.
He's not cooperating. That's for certain.
We know that there's at least some faction of the Democrat Party that does not want him to run and has been upset that he decided to run for re-election. We know the Hillary Clinton end of the party has been I think, lurking around, looking for a way to regain pole position on all of this.
Yep. Well, not just her. So it would be because she's the subject material of the emails of the Democrats, but who actually covered it up? The Obama administration.
Right. But but Obama is in control of Biden, so this would benefit Obama doing this as well. And I think it would be Obama's team that has the devious intelligence to do a move like this.
Could this be Joe Biden and his inner circle even trying to hold something over Obama or gain some kind of autonomy back from the Obama handlers? Obama was the one to help cover this up.
Yeah, I don't know. I it's possible, obviously, but I don't. This is me only. Not giving it enough, as much weight I would say as Obama driving this to keep Hillary Shark out of the pool.
Yeah, I almost wonder if it's Biden trying to keep both sharks out of the pool because I don't know how thrilled Obama is with where Biden stands right now in all this. Like, he can't be all that confident in where Biden sits in the polls and his reelection prospects right now. Especially Tien, if you believe that the move is Big Mike to make a move place. I mean, wouldn't you want something if you're Biden, you want to stay in the game? You'd want something.
That's very plausible that it is Biden's team doing a double jeopardy type of approach to both Clinton and Obama.
Yeah, or like that mutual assured destruction or whatever.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So that's
right.
That resonate. And again, I don't know. I'll just put that out there.
No, well, of course, none of us.
I have no idea about any of this, but that resonates as most likely to me is that this is the Biden admin probably doing this against the will of much of the handlers within the DNC as a firewall against replacement before the election.
Right.
That resonates as very, very
awesome. It's interesting though that we're either way we're looking at it, we're not looking at it as it being the white hats. It's a defensive move from the black hats.
Well, unless you're really into the idea that white hats are in control, you're watching a movie, this whole administration is essentially a puppet show being run by white hats on some level to turn the American people against the Marxist infiltration of all of our institutions. They're allowing them a leash to go out and do a portion of their plan to show people and let them feel it, but behind the scenes, like, the military is actually fully in control, and there's red lines that won't be allowed to be crossed and all that good stuff. And this is something that was forced on their end, which I don't know, that all could be possible, but to me this seems like this seems more like a defensive move from Biden against those within the DNC that want to replace him. This is a warning shot saying, hey, do it, or if you do it, I'm going to allow Assange to fully expose whatever it might be. I'll take everyone down with me.
Yeah, which is what Clinton said, right? If I go down, half of Washington goes down with me. Mm-hmm. Or I forgot the percentage that she mentioned, but nonetheless, that's what she said. Yeah, I mean, that's high. It's probable. I'd say it's highly plausible, more so than just purely possible. And we're not talking about the Q drop here. We're talking about the action of cutting a deal with Assange, because that has to go all the way up to Garland, and if not, the White House counsel and the White House has to be in concurrence with this.
So here is the Q drop.
The plea deal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here is the Q drop.
Right.
1195 dropped on April 19th, 2018. So this is what, 5 years ago now? More than 5 years ago?
Yep, over 5 years, yes.
Yeah, and you have an anon on the board saying, when will we find out about Southridge in Las Vegas? And the Las Vegas aspect of this is also interesting. We're not going to get into that right now, but you have Q responding saying Seth Rich connected to DNC, MS-13, JA, which we all believe to be Julian Assange. It says, why did the Democrats or D's push legal rep on family? June ETA, Q. Now, you can interpret this differently. You know, it doesn't specifically say Julian Assange will be free in June, but a June ETA, you have Julian Assange, who's at the heart of the Seth Rich situation, or at least we believe, being now released in June. So, is it future proofs past? If you could look at it that way, you could also say no. I could make an argument in either direction here.
Sure, you can. It's another stroke tally in the column, though. Then you're doing the pros and the cons columns, the not, the maybes, the did, right? And so far we're pretty heavy on the. Whoa! What a coincidence!
It's interesting that, because you could say, okay, June ETA on Seth Rich. Well, we haven't heard anything about Seth Rich. Or is it June ETA on Julian Assange? I mean, the question was about Seth Rich in Las Vegas, not about Julian Assange. Q brings up Julian Assange, says June ETA. So I could argue that June ETA, it's ambiguous as to what we're talking about arriving in June. So I don't know. I won't chalk this up as a complete like slam dunk future proves past situation, but it's certainly intriguing. That's for sure. I won't dismiss it either. So that's where I'm at with this. But nonetheless, here we are in late June 2024, and you have Julian Assange now essentially a free man, and who knows what comes of this. And when something comes down, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you have another year until next June before that information fully drops. I don't expect those major bombshells to really come until you have a Trump Justice Department fully in place. There's a lot of cleaning out of the FBI and the DOJ that needs to be done before I think a lot of these prosecutions can really happen. I don't know what gets done through the DOJ proper versus, maybe military tribunals, if that's still going to be a thing or whatnot. So this June ETA could certainly be June 2025, and this is just a coincidence that he was released in June of 2024, but the Seth Rich information might not come out until another year from now. I don't know.
So does that mean that it could be either one or both?
I don't know.
That's the interesting thing.
Frustratingly ambiguous with Q.
But here's you want to have another little bit of an angle. Today is the day that Q returned after being dark for 563 days. Today. I mean, not today, yesterday. Same day that June ETA was the drop that came in. Is shall we play once more? June 24th. Another coinkydink.
Yeah. Delia says 2 minutes before the Julian Assange news broke, Flynn tweeted, "There are no coincidences." That is very interesting. Delia, thank you for the cookie.
And listen to what's going on right now with Kash Patel and Paul Ryan.
We're gonna play that clip in a minute too.
Yeah,
I have that lined up. I was gonna get into that.
And that ties into another one I'll bring up, because I posted that responded to Patel.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Let's go to our break.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, we'll get into that Kash Patel clip, and we'll keep this conversation going. Very interesting stuff. Things are heating up in a big way. A lot of what we've been following and discussing and decoding, or whatever you want to call it, over the past 6 years of doing this broadcast and following all of this, it's really starting to get interesting right now in a big way. Those of you guys watching on Rumble, DLive, CloudHub, Odyssey, YouTube, and Twitter, please find us over at pilled.net for hour number 2. We'll be going there exclusively. I'll put the link in the Rumble and D Live chat to make it easy. It's also in the Rumble description right underneath the stream. If for whatever reason you can't get to any of those links that I'm putting out there, just go to pilled.net and find us at 412 Productions. You can just search us right in the search bar, or look for the live thumbnails, top of the screen on mobile, to the left-hand side on desktop. And again, come join us over on pilled.net for hour number 2. We'll play this quick little video. We'll come back on the other side, officially say goodbye to the other platforms, catch up on any gold pills that we haven't read yet, and then continue on with the conversation here on Deplorable Discussions. We'll see you guys in 60 seconds.
Pilled.net is proud to host 412 Productions, exclusively on the true home of free speech. To continue watching the show, we are here to help you over to Pilled. If you're new to the platform, just click on the welcome link provided. It will then automatically walk you through signing up for your free account. If you already have a Pilled.net account, follow the link provided directing you straight to 412 Productions channel. We are excited to have you join the Pilled family, and if you have any questions at all, please email support@pilled.net. Enjoy the rest of 412 Productions on Pilled.net. Free speech lives here.
All right, we are back. As always, a huge thank you to everybody out there who has jumped over to pilled.net to keep hanging out with us in hour number 2. It's so greatly appreciated. Those of you who won't be joining us for the second hour of today's show, no worries. We will be back tomorrow. I will be welcoming the No Prisoners podcast crew onto the show, 45-1 Actual, and the whole fam over there. We'll get Kevin and Feisty Ace up here. We'll get their thoughts on a lot of this stuff, plus a whole lot more. And then on Thursday, we'll have Taking It Back with Frank and Zach joining me. That'll be syndicated on Badlands Media. We might do some overtime on Thursday as well. And then we'll wrap up the week on Friday with the OG crew. So a fun rest of the week to come. Craig Mason couldn't join us today, unfortunately. He's got a sick child and wife at home, and he asked me if he could delay. So we're going to do a week from today. So next Tuesday, we're going to get Craig Mason up on the broadcast. I think Monday or Wednesday next week, I got to go and look at my schedule. We'll have Daddy Dragon joining. I think Wednesday next week, we'll have Daddy Dragon joining the show as well. So lots of good stuff to come here on Deplorable Discussion. So get on over to pilled.net. We've got another hour to go. Otherwise, we'll see you guys on the next one.